Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And if you guys would like an update on why I still don't have furniture, stick to the end of this video and I will give you the update then. I'm gonna jump into the reading for those of you who are here just for the reading. I'll save the personal stuff to the end of the video. As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and please be kind in the comment section down below. Kind to one another and kind to me. Okay, you guys, let's get into it. So the topic of today's reading is Donald Trump's summit with Putin in Alaska on Friday. What can we expect? What's gonna happen? How's it gonna go? As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion. You guys, I already said that. I am so exhausted that I'm like losing my mind. So let's get into this. I've shuffled these cards enough. Now, again, you guys, all of my filming equipment is still being held hostage. Day 9 of the furniture hostage situation. So I do not have my card cam, but that's okay. We're gonna just do the best with what we've got, okay? So, starting out, general energy of this summit between Trump and Putin. We have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is being very frugal. It's someone who's a miser, someone who's really tight with money. It's also someone who's really trying to hold on to stability, hold on to a base, okay? The challenge that's going to be faced during the summit is the Queen of Cups. There is a woman that is creating an issue for Trump and Putin. This could be a water sign female, but there's a female who's thrown a monkey wrench into whatever it is the two of them are doing. You know, Putin has his own nefarious stuff that he does, and then Trump has his own nefarious stuff he does, and then they have the nefarious stuff I think that they do together, and then they have the nefarious stuff that they do against one another. So it's a big old mess, but in the midst of all of that, there's a Queen of Cups who's presenting a challenge. I'm very curious as to who this is. We'll dig into that a bit. The energy that they are coming from, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is needing to make a decision. Two of Pentacles is also being out of balance. So there's something out of balance in their relationship or between the two of them, and decisions needed to be made. The energy that they're going into for this summit, the Tower reversed. You guys, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. The Tower reversed. This is cataclysm. Now, okay, I want to say something. I get people all the time that leave comments in my comment section that say the Tower reversed isn't that. The Tower reversed is avoiding catastrophe. Listen, the way that everybody learns tarot differently, okay? The way that I learn tarot is that the Tower reversed is worse than the Tower. It's a cataclysm. It is catastrophe. It's something that cannot be rebuilt now. It doesn't matter how we interpret it, because what matters is Spirit is sending me a message, and so it's going to send me the message that I understand. So if I read this as avoiding catastrophe, then Spirit would have sent the card to me like this. Okay, so it's all to me, tarot is so personal, and there is no right or wrong way to read tarot because it's intuitive. Okay, so Spirit is going to communicate to me so that I understand it, so that I convey to you that message and hopefully get it to you the right way. Okay, so that I've said this before, but anyway, this isn't going to be a good meeting, you guys. The aim or the goal, what they're trying to accomplish, is Four of Swords reversed. Four of Swords reversed is a card of social unrest. I think the things that their goals and the things that they're trying to achieve are things that, if accomplished, would result in social unrest. I feel like that's the way that this is going. So obviously, things that are not going to be good for the public, things that, you know, people aren't going to like, but things that I'm sure will benefit them. This, you know, I mean, the summit is all about what's going on in Ukraine. This is, I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. What they don't see coming is the Fool. This is a new opportunity. This could be some kind of a new venture. They may be presented with like a new opportunity, a new venture, something that they had not considered before. The energy of the summit is the 8 of Wands reversed. Bad news is going to come out of this. Okay, bad news. The environment, oh, of course, King of Pentacles reversed. So the environment is a bunch of kings sitting on their money. I mean, it's like, yeah, that is the environment. It's all of those like billionaire, oligarch, hopes or fears for the summit. So this is a fear card, and this is a card that they're going to overindulge, not focus, be focused on the wrong things, chemical substances, all kinds of stuff there. Final outcome for the summit. Justice reversed. Something unjust, something unbalanced is going to come out of this. This is, I mean, obviously we knew nothing good was going to come out of this, but this is something not, I'm wondering, okay, so let's take a look and see what's going on with the land. Because there's going to be a change in, or not a change, excuse me. Trump has proposed this idea of there being a land swap. So I want to take a look and see what that's going to be and how that's going to benefit people. Is there going to be a land swap that actually occurs? And what is that going to look like? Let's take a look and see what we get. And for this one, I'm just gonna take flyers, okay guys? How many? That's way too many. One at a time, Spirit. One at a time. That's way too many again. You guys started laughing so much yesterday. I got so many comments about the snake be gone. When I said my phone, my camera was being held up by a thing of snake be gone, I was not kidding. Thankfully, there have been no more snakes in the house. Okay. 7 of Swords. No, excuse me, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is conflict. 5 of Swords is conflict. There's conflict going on between Russia and Ukraine. The conflict is over land, okay? This could also be them fighting over what they're going to do with this potential land swap. Whoa, that one flew right out. Temperance reversed. There's no balance. This entire situation and thing is completely unbalanced, out of balance. So it's obviously, I mean, we know, right? It's obviously going to benefit Russia more than anyone else. Okay. Okay, what else can we learn about this potential? So it's the Chariot card. The Chariot card is about movement, progress, moving forward. I think you guys that there's going to be something that's agreed upon that neither one of them really has the authority to agree upon, where there is going to be some very unjust, unfair land swap proposal. Now, I don't know how far it's going to go. I don't know if they're going to just take the land or, decide, or if it's something that, Ukraine's going to be able to fight, or I don't know how that's going to go, but they are going to attempt to, I think, move forward with a very illegal feeling land grab. You know what? Let's switch to a different deck. I want to switch to my Trish James Oracle predictions deck. If you guys are ever curious to know what decks I use, if you click on the description box down below this video, it says more. If you click more, it'll expand. In there, I have a ton of really useful information. I have the link to my website, which is bobbiereads.com. On my website, I have pictures of all of the different decks that I use here on the channel. And if you click on it, on the picture, it'll take you to where you can purchase the decks. So if you're ever curious to know what decks I use, you can check them out there. And also, if you have ever been interested in booking your own reading with me, you can do that on my website as well. I do recorded readings, live readings, so you can check all that out. Okay. So I just want general information about this summit. What do you want us to know, Spirit, that would be in our highest and our best good to know about this upcoming summit? So we have surveillance, record. So there could be surveillance that occurs during this meeting, trying to capture something. I'm sure that there will be, but this could also be Putin threatening Trump, saying, hey, we have videotapes, we have surveillance of you doing very unseemly things, and we're gonna release it if you don't go along with this. The greater good. The greater good. The greater good. It'd be for the greater good for Trump to go away. Okay, we have submarine underwater. Okay, so you guys remember, so there's a few different things. There was that massive earthquake that we predicted and that we saw, the 8.8 earthquake off the coast of Russia. Sorry, it's late and tired. Anyway, so then Trump moved 2 of our subs just off the coast of Russia. Now it was this, they said it was, you know, this thing between him and Medvedev. But it's very interesting because supposedly Russia lost some of their submarines in that earthquake. Well, some people are wondering if that wasn't not an earthquake, but some kind of a nuclear explosion. And if that was the case, it would make sense that that would potentially be something they're discussing. We already know that Trump was trying to sell US subs to, or telling secrets about US subs to people in Australia. I'm sure he'd be like, hey, Putin, you need a sub? Sure, you know, because he's all about deals and making, you know, making deals and doing business. So I do think that there is a possibility that there could be something going on here. The next card we have is Shadow Ruler. You know what though? I want to jump ahead because we have Business Tycoon. And remember what I was saying about the subs, that Trump is like Mr. Let's make a deal. I could definitely see him making a deal. I feel like this kind of confirms that theory. I wonder if Trump is going to try to sell Putin some US subs. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Then we have Shadow Ruler again. Shadow Ruler. Who is going to the summit with Trump? That's interesting. Shadow Ruler. Who's behind the scenes? Urgent. Act now. There's going to be some urgency with this meeting. Okay, what else should we know about this? What else should we know about this? We have cyber attack. Cyber attack. And one more card, please. Oop, that one flew out. Imprisoned, detained. Imprisoned and detained. Okay, so I want to see what the ultimate long-term resolution of this summit is going to be. Is there going to be any long-term benefits from this or what? Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Moon card reverse. Duplicity, deceit, lies, hiding things, shady dealings being done in the dark. Okay, what else? 10 of Swords, sufferings, endings, stabbing in the back, being stabbed in the back. And we have 2 cards here. We have 5 of Wands reversed and the 7 of Swords reversed. This is conflict. Now this is an opportunity perhaps for some reconciliation, perhaps, but I feel like this is definitely more conflict. Honestly, even though these came out reversed, I'm really feeling these are upright energy. I really, really am, because I feel like this is conflict and this is deception, lies, and stealing. So it's going to be deceit, lies, duplicity. It's going to be stabbing each other in the back. It's going to be unnecessary conflict and fighting, and it's going to be theft and deception and lies. There's nothing good that's going to come out of this summit. There's nothing good at all. So let's see here. What do I want to ask next? Let's ask, is Trump going to give some or all of Alaska back to Russia? One card at a time, please. Is Trump going to give some or all of Alaska back to Russia? We have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 2 of Swords. So 3 of Swords can go 2 ways. 3 of Swords can be heartbreak, grief, mourning, loss, things like that, which could be, you know, grief of losing part of America. But it can also be a card that talks about using logic and reason over emotions. So this could be where there's a decision that needs to be made and they're attempting to use logic and reason over emotion. Now, the tough thing with this is that the Two of Swords is a card that can also talk about being blind to manipulation. That's why the person is blindfolded. So this is a decision that needs to be made, but there's deception and manipulation going on. Let's keep going and see if we can get something a bit more definitive. This doesn't look great. And it's interesting because if you would have asked me, do you think that Trump will give up part of Alaska to Russia? I would have said no. He's never going to concede anything, you know. But these cards are kind of saying something different. So again, you know, this is just the energy right now. Too many cards, Spirit. This is just the energy right now as it sits. People have free will, things can change, energies can change. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. This is holding on tightly to something, but losing your grip. So I think that there is a distinct possibility that there's something that Putin has on Trump that's so detrimental that he has to give up part of Alaska to Putin. We'll have to see if that pans out or not, because that's incredibly extreme. But I don't know, you guys. This is super interesting. I don't think anything good is going to come out of this meeting. I really wish I could be a fly on the wall and see what actually goes on in there. Wouldn't that just be the craziest thing if you could just spy on that conversation? I would totally do that if I could. Okay, you guys. So for those of you who do not want to hear the update, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up on your way out and hit the subscribe button. It helps out my channel a ton. And for everybody else that wants to stick around and hear my personal life update, here you go. So it's day 9 of the hostage situation as far as my stuff goes. The moving company still has it and will not relinquish it. Now, I have filed a complaint with the Arizona Attorney General and also with the, it's like the Consumer Protection Agency that has to do with movers. So I have filed all of the different reports that I can file as far as like reporting this. They are, I've gone back and forth in emails with their compliance manager. She has said so many things that are untrue and so many inconsistencies, and I have verification of all of this. So she's just making it worse for herself, but they knocked $500 off of their ransom. So now, so instead of 30, well, it was like $3,200 because they were also trying to charge me a credit card fee. So they took that stuff off, and so now it's down to $2,500 and some change. Again, this is on top of the almost $5,000, the $4,700 I've already paid them. So this is just, the only thing I can do at this point is I can pay them, get my stuff, and then sue them. But there's not going to be a short-term resolution. Like, I can't just call someone and then force them to give me my stuff back. So $2,500 is a lot of money, especially when I just, you know, paid a down payment on a house. So we're just doing the best we can. We're making the best of the situation. We went to the laundromat today and we did our laundry, and it was so crazy. I haven't been to a laundromat in probably 20 years. It's probably been 20 years. And it was fun. Like, my son and I, we had fun. We made the most of it. While our stuff was washing and drying, we like walked over to a little restaurant and we ate and we chatted and we spent time together, and it was totally fine. It was a-okay. And we still don't have a refrigerator, obviously, but I ordered on Amazon one of those, like, I don't know, like 3 cubic foot little refrigerators. So that should be here Friday. And I ordered a couple pots and pans, and got paper plates, and literally, like, we are just making the best of the situation. And, you know, it's funny because I talk about how our external worlds are a direct reflection of our internal thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And I had shared with you guys in a previous video, but I've been very, very stressed out lately, and I've had a lot of fear and a lot of doubt and a lot of limiting beliefs. And look at the situation. This is a reflection of my fear. It's here. I'm living it. So I can either resist it and be miserable, or I can look at the situation for what it is. And this is an opportunity for me to really, to be, number one, humbled, right? You know, And, you know, I get very used to the comforts and the things that I have, and, you know, like the comfort of having a washer and dryer in my home. I'm sure so many of you don't have a washer and dryer in your home. And it's a privilege to have that. And I needed this experience to like humble myself and put myself back in that position of understanding that the things that I do have they're privileges. They're things to be grateful for, but they're not things that I should always expect. So, you know, it's like when we look at every situation, we have the choice. How do we want to deal with it? How do we want to face it? This is the stuff that I tell you guys about. And here's a very perfect real world example of putting it into action. Am I thrilled right now about my situation? No. Do I cry every day about it? Yes. But then I suck it up and I look for the positives and I move forward and make the most of it. And, yeah, so that's what I encourage you guys to do too. And I want you to know that it's not just stuff that I say, but it's stuff that I actually try to practice myself. We're all works in progress. I'm still a work in progress, and I will be a work in progress for the rest of my life, but I have the choice of how I want to handle this situation. And this is the way that I'm choosing to deal with it. You know, I want to teach my kids that sometimes life is tough. And you can either give up and sit and cry, or you can strategize and you can figure out a solution to your problems. So here we are. So that's the update. That's where I'm at with it. If they're waiting for me to pay them, they're going to have to wait for a few more weeks. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's literally nothing I can do about it. And I'm okay with that. So, and then again, like I said, I'm going to pursue this legally after the fact, but yeah, that's the update. So, anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. You guys have been so supportive and so sweet and kind. And your messages of support have really been what's been getting me through this. And I know that I have not been responding or hearting the messages, because honestly, you guys, I've been so like emotionally exhausted, but I have been reading the comments, and I want you to know that you guys are the wind that puffs up my sails, right? Like it means more to me. Like your words of encouragement mean more to me than any of you could ever know. And I want to thank you so sincerely for that, because what a blessing it is for me, you know, that I have 20,000 plus of you guys cheering me on, you know, so that feels really, really good. So I'm very grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm just really thankful. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, and don't forget to give the video a like on your way out and subscribe. Thanks again, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.